little boop. What are we doing today?
Well, that was kind of rude because we aren't doing anything. I am leaving him. Good morning. Oh my gosh, I've had such a busy day, and I was going to start vlogging a little earlier, and then I was not able to. I had like a 7 a.m. meeting, and then I've had like back-to-back since, and it's like 10 something now, and I'm heading out for something really exciting that I'm very looking forward to, and it's a master class with Sunday Riley, like Sunday herself. And you guys know that I've been using their products for like a long time, and that I'm kind of on this trying to figure out my skincare trajectory, and they recommended that we come fresh-faced. So all I did was I did my brows, and then I did just like 1 layer of mascara. Oh gosh, I can hear the cat getting into my makeup. The consistency on the training is proving to be very difficult, because like he'll be up with me like around the table, and I'll be like, oh cute, and I'll remember, no, he's not allowed, because like when we're eating he's not allowed. And like, anyway, you guys created, like dropped a lot of tips, shared a lot of tips, so I appreciate that. I'm trying to figure out how to do my hair in a GIF. I washed it yesterday, but I got this like womb healing, like massage moment thing, which I told you guys I'm out into the woo. And so I think she got a little bit of oil on my hair, and I want to like preserve it. I'm just gonna spray a little bit of dry shampoo, which I know sometimes when they're fragranced, it's like not the best for us, but I'm doing it in the actual hair and not at my roots, so it's not like touching my skin, except for me touching it right now. Whatever, man. One step at a time, okay? I'm not gonna like overnight become the green goddess, but I'm kind of trying to be conscious. Okay, so it's not great. I think I'm just gonna try to add a little texture so that I can wear it down. One of these days, I'll be the girl who has her outfit laid out the night before, has everything planned, but you know what? That's all right. That's not where we are today, and we're gonna give ourselves infinite grace around that. I intuitively was like, oh, what would happen if I just use this little wave tool to add just like a little more wave, since there's like already slight wave, and it took like just a few little, and we're done. So I feel like it looks okay. And even if it doesn't, I feel like there's very little that Orbe texturizing spray can't fix. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to look like so obviously like this. It's fine, right? Gonna wear the same outfit that I wore to the bust studio thing last week, and I'm like, you have plenty of clothes. They said like chic, like daytime chic neutrals. So I haven't worn this Rixo dress yet, and it's so beautiful. I think it looks really nice, and I put this bracelet on to add like a little fun bit. I do need some like kind of statement-y earrings, because I'm imagining I'll be like putting my hair back for this, but I think it's cute. And I thought that boots would kind of just like edge it up a little. So I'm just gonna do cowboy boots with this. Why not? And I think that these boots are like a little too skinny for my calf. You get the point. I don't know, I kind of think it looks cool. So we're just gonna go with it, you know? I mean, I'm unsure, but we're still gonna go with it. It's a little discombobulated, but I kind of think it's a vibe. The boots, and then I'm doing the basket, and I actually added this like crystal butterfly necklace to just kind of make it, it's like Topanga Canyon girl, you know? It's like Casey Musgrave's Deeper Well inspo. I love this hotel, and I love this space, and I'm so glad I came because there's so much nature around. Hi! Hi! For tip, okay, I have a little outfit twin. We're both wearing white cowboy boots. We are. Look at us. Cute. That's a vibe. Your outfit is so cute.
For our products, so she'll be able to share some great insights. So I'll let them take it away. We're going to start with cleansers, and I know we all know that cleansers are important. We all got the memo at birth. We all know we read every article on it. But let's just kind of get a little bit more into cleansers. Let me sell you on it, why they're so important. So we all know cleansers. We know they remove the dirt, the sebum, the oil, the sweat, the makeup, the sunscreen, everything you have on your skin. That's great. The one thing that we don't really talk about, though, and really good, that cleansers remove is pollution.
It's a class today, dollar-sized amount. Whilst it's kind of on, massage it on Ashley now, just massaging it into the skin, working the kind of lymph play will take away all the makeup, maybe the makeup that you've just applied, maybe the makeup you slept in, maybe you just came home from last night's night out, I don't know where you've been, who knows, but absolutely this will take away all the dirt, all the debris, everything that's kind of built up, the makeup and all that kind of gunk. The you can absolutely double cleanse. It's gentle enough to do a double cleanse.
Collagen degradation, all sorts of things like that. I will tell you, peptides, they're phenomenal.
Our makeup's only as good as the canvas we're putting it on. So you could be using drugstore foundation, you could be using Tom Ford foundation. If you don't have a great base, and if you've not kind of cleaned the window wipers of the skin to reveal that brighter skin, it doesn't matter. You really want to be putting it on the best canvas. So using good jeans, we recommend 2 pumps a day. So you can do maybe 1 in the morning, 1 at night, choose your own destiny. You can add it to your moisturizer. If you're British like I am, well maybe there's no Brits. Is there any British fruit? Oh, it's just me. Okay.
Decided to take myself on a little solo date for my favorite sushi. I ended up bumping into a couple of people I knew, and so I missed the last of the class. Oh my gosh. So I missed the rest of the class, but I still learned so much. I still got to meet Sunday, which I've like come in close contact with her several times, but never actually met her. I wish you could have eaten that sushi with me. It is, it's my favorite. It's Emily's favorite too. It's like warm, sticky, perfect rice with cold, fresh, delicious, buttery fish, the best quality fish you've ever had. It wrapped in a little seaweed wrapper that's crispy, like a potato chip, like so thin and crunchy. It is just beyond. And it was so crazy. I was driving home and I was like, I'm really hungry and I want sushi. And then I was like, oh, like I'd already gotten too close to home and I'm like, there's nothing close. Like the only thing I'd want would be kazu. Of course, when I say like kazu sugarfish, but sugarfish is a little outside of our budget right now. As you saw, the prices at kazu are more affordable. You can get a few rolls, fill up. They're like $5 for like one of those long hand rolls. It's a deal. It's a good deal for what you get. And anyway, so then I like looked on my maps and 400 something feet away was my favorite sushi place. And I know this seems silly, but it's the little things these days. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Okay, so that event was fun, but I gotta be honest, I'm kind of struggling. I feel like I'm so grateful to get to go into these spaces and do this stuff, but sometimes like, I don't know, I struggle in the big spaces with lots of people. I don't know. And I think more so than that is I've just been moving through a lot of really big energy this week. Had some meetings on all kinds of things that I've been facing, that I've been avoiding for years, like health stuff and money stuff and relationship stuff, not like with my partner, but just like in general. Just like I feel like, I don't know, it's been a lot. And so like going out and being like social and like being in like high energy, like I realized like it might have been a bit much for me today, if I'm honest. Oh, there is little I love more than sitting on a blanket in my yard in the sunshine. It's honestly the simple things. Put my pajamas right back on. I left my house, I got dressed. Okay, I've earned it. And I'm just sitting here. I've been sitting in my front yard lately because the backyard is infested with fleas from the, I don't know if it was from the feral kittens. It obviously was, but I don't know why we can't get them to go away. And I don't even want to talk about it because it's been months. We have tried everything. And I can't just like sit down without them jumping on me. And I'm not getting them in the house. Anyway. So for months I wasn't in my hammock or doing my outside stuff, which if you've been following me for a while, like, you know, that is my grounding practice. And, so one day I was just like, who cares? Put a blanket in your yard on the street. And people do walk by and like bike by. And for some reason, why is it that in our culture it is weird to enjoy just spending time outside? Like the little neighbor boy was riding his bike and he was like, what are you doing? And I was like, just laying in the grass, man. Like just hanging, just grounding and vibing. And he was like, oh, okay. It's just like it's just not normal to just do nothing and just be sitting and grounding and enjoying grass and nature. I also noticed that like during the pandemic, I would take a walk like every night and I would look up at the sky because the sunsets were just so amazing. And I would just like be in awe of them. And people would like think that I was like needing help or something. Because they'd be like, are you okay? I'm like, are you okay? You're the one sitting here missing this glorious sunset. Are you okay? Oh, it's just funny. I just feel like I'm like between these two worlds right now, right? Like there's this like digital world, which I'm so grateful for because it does allow me to talk to you guys and to have this connection and to be able to like share my thoughts, and it's helped me build like this really beautiful life, and I'm so grateful for it. And it provides like inspiration and connection to my niece and nephew who live so far away, and my sister and everyone in my family. It helped me find my fiance. And then at the same time, I feel like it can be so all-consuming that I find myself comparing myself to strangers on the internet and feeling less than, and thinking my house isn't perfectly organized enough, or like I buy into all kinds of things that aren't true. For some reason, it just leaves me feeling like anxious and depressed sometimes, like when I spend too much time on my phone. Sometimes it makes me irritable and not present, and working in social media and having like the excuse and the justification to be on there all the time is really dangerous. So I'm just having to check myself. And I find that by coming out here and just getting a little bit of sunshine and like grounding and just like listening to music or doing a meditation or voice memoing friends or just being still and listening to the birds or whatever is just so grounding. So anyway, I take all the little moments I can to connect with the earth and nature and like things that aren't purely all the stuff that we're surrounded by all the time. And I think it's a matter of finding balance. And I know it's hard if you work in an office or are in a place with like a lot of artificial light, like if you don't have access to it, or the weather doesn't permit where you are, or maybe you don't have like a piece of nature that's like private that you can access often, or yeah. I, in my old apartment, didn't have a yard or anything like that either, and I found this little bit of outdoor space and I put a chair in it. My landlord would always be mad at me about it, but I would take so many walks or go to public parks. And if you live in like a big city, I know that that's a thing too, but I don't know. I find whenever I do return to like the simplicity of like physically touching the ground or being in the sunshine or being around nature, like things just feel a little better. So one of the things I'm working on right now with my morning routine is what are my like non-negotiables, or what's my grab bag of tools that make me feel better every day. And maybe I will just bring you guys on a morning routine with me, and I'll probably do more than I would do every day. Like I kind of think of it as like, if you're British, a pick and mix, or like a grab bag if you're American, which I am. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm not. But it's like I have all of these tools in my little wellness tool bag, and I grab whichever ones feel good in whatever time I have. So like this morning, I think I told you guys that I jumped on a call at 7, and then I had like everything subsequent until I just got home a little bit ago after lunch. And normally I'd like to have a luxurious morning routine, but I didn't have time. So I did 3 minutes of breath work, 1 page of journaling. I grounded and put my feet in the ground and made tea, and it was a total of like a 15-minute morning routine, and that's all I had time for today. And now later in the day I'm getting to take this little break. So I think it's so easy to jump into our day. Yes, like the other day, I think it was actually Monday, I woke up and made the mistake of checking my phone before I did anything else, and immediately like got that anxious, like, oh, this project, they want it today, oh my gosh, I have to drop everything and do it now. Like it's like so easy to get swept away. Like even coming out here, I opened this letter, which was a scam, and it was like, you owe this and this is a da-da-da, and like all this scary stuff. And then I like Googled it and I was like, this was a scam. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like at any given moment, the world will take our energy and it will give us a sense of urgency, because it's literally what it's designed to do. And I'm just in a conscious, not a battle, like I'm just in a constant game of tug and war with that, I think, where I'm like challenging myself, like to not look at my phone before a certain time, which I know we can't all do, especially if you're a parent, or like, you know, you're a caregiver, or you're like waiting on urgent news. Like I know it's not always feasible, but I try my best to fortify myself, even in the littlest way, before I immediately go to see what urgent thing needs my attention, whether that's like the news cycle or a project or an email or something for work, or a friend even that needs something, just anything. it's so easy to get like shot out of the cannon, like ping pong around. And then that's the energy that remains with you all day. So yeah, more deep thoughts, but I do think I'm gonna show you guys, like take you along on my morning routine with me really soon, because it is so helpful for me. And I'd love to know, like, what tools do you use to like ground, and like, this is me being like, comment. What helps you in moments where you're feeling like a little distressed or like a little overwhelmed, or like just feel like you've gotten far away from like being in your truth. He likes to play peekaboo. Where are you? Are you hiding from me? Look, he's I see you, silly boy. Okay, I'm gonna go down here and hide, and he's probably gonna pop his little fit. Hi, cutie. Good morning, it's another day, and I did, why is this focus doing this? I did, in fact, change my clothes, you know? I just left tea ceremony, which I think I told you guys about last week, where you sit in silence, and it's like a meditation where you're served tea. It was so beautiful. I invited my dear friend Cynthia, and she came with me, and now we're popping over to this really cute cafe nearby that I've never been to. So we're gonna pop in and grab a little bite to eat, chat about our experience, and then I'm gonna go work from home. Not a lot going on today, but we are keeping up our goal of changing our clothes and leaving the house. This is really just for accountability and maybe a little credit. I completely forgot to shoot all the food. We just got so lost in conversation, and you know, I think that's the mark of a good lunch with a friend.